I don't even know how you show somebody you're live. Oh well, I guess I can just do this. Alright, let's close that. Close that. Okay. Let's start over. So I've already made a background. Excuse me. I already made a background. Let me throw up some music so I'm not crazy bored. Let's see here. Let me know if that's too loud or if it's, you know, bothersome in any way. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to do greetings from and then half of Storybrooke as Frost. So I'll close this. I've already set this up, so I gotta kind of follow my previous instructions here. What's this? Get rid of that. Move this over really quick. Sorry, reorganizing some stuff. All right, let's go. So I'm using Bebas New here, and let's go to blending options. And the first thing we're going to want to do is some bevel emboss, and immediately it's already starting to look a little better than before. Let's see here. I don't know if 13 will work. Let's do 8. No. Let's go a little more. Get up close and see how that looks. Yeah, let's try 13. I mean, this can be played with. Obviously, it's going to change depending on the size of the text. Like, if I did this one, 13 wouldn't work because it wouldn't give the right effect, so... And especially where this one has, well, this is a serif font and this is sans serif, this is going to change quite a bit. So, up to you. Do how you want. Let's throw a texture on there. I think this texture is gray granite. Yeah. Pretty sure it's gray granite. And so we're going to want to scale this up quite a bit. I did like 400 or even more than that. Let's do, let's try 450 or maybe a little. Let's go. Let's do 430. And then we don't want this to be quite as deep. We want it, because it's really small, so we got to make it a little better. You know, we don't want it to look overly fake. So now we're going to add some satin to it. Let's give it, I don't know. Let's give it a darker color. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of Diamond Club Blue. And you're not going to be able to see it because we got to put it, there you go, put it on normal. Oh, also, let's get rid of the fill. We don't want to be able to see the black. So you can make that text in any color you want because you don't want it to be, obviously you want it to look like ice. You don't want it to look like crap. So yeah, we want to do some blue. So let's go back to satin. And let's lower this a little bit. Trust me, it'll look good in just a second. Change the distance. Because we want this to look we want it to be not so tight. We want it to be a little bit bigger. And obviously spread this out a little bit. That's good. Yeah, let's invert that because we want it to be, I believe that'll put it on the edges. Yeah. And then let's do this one. Forgot which contour this is. Descending. You want contour, you want to put it on descending. And then let's do gradient overlay. See how that is starting to look more like not uniform ice crystals? That's what we want. Oh hey, if you want to talk, let's go to irc.t2t2.eu and you can talk to me on there. The channel is chat. You're gonna need some sort of chat client, or just go to irc.t2t2.eu. I'll check for anybody who's responding over there. Alright, let's make a gradient here. Okay. We want the ending one to be white. So, but we want this one to be way lighter. We obviously, so when you're looking at ice, what you really want to do is get a bunch of blues, right? You don't want anything. I mean, the blues are going to give you the best look, or at least I feel like they give the best look. Let's see. This may be a little bit of an issue if you're colorblind. Like, legitimately colorblind. I don't know how blues work, but if you want to look at the color I chose, there you go. It's A3CBE5. And that's just, basically just giving it a good old guess, I guess you could say. And we want to push this down a little. I mean, quite a bit actually. Let's go to 50 and see what that does. I'm just going to make it a little bit more. Okay, and the final step, we're going to give it a drop shadow. And for our drop shadow, we can basically leave a lot of this the same. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's see. We don't want to blow it out too much. Okay. See, we've given it a bit of an icy look to it. And now, I mean, if we tried to copy this, let's see what it does. Let's try and copy this. Copy layer style and throw it on here. Yeah, that kind of works. But see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also make this half of Storybrooke, or probably this half of Storybrooke, into, I think, gold. Give it a little bit of a gold look. So basically, this is for Bill Meeks' podcast. I have not listened to it, but I hear it's pretty dang good. So if you want to take a look at it, take a listen, go right ahead. I have a few textures that I downloaded. These I just pulled off of Google. Let's see. I want to do... Oh, anyway, let me show you what I was going to do for the other one, for the other side. See if I can find it. Just doing a little bit of checking here really quick. Alright, here we go. So they are, I guess this season they're doing Frozen on Once Upon a Time. So if you look here, see how they have the ice as well as the gold here. I mean, we could duplicate this look just by getting rid of some of the let's see here. Sorry. Just by getting rid of some of the texture and by darkening up some of these colors. Giving them more of a darker blue look. Oops. A cold blue. And then, I mean, really all it is you can just, we can move this up, or we can change the way our let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so they're using a little white on the edges. So let's here, let's do this. Let's go gradient overlay, and let's pick the regular, there you go, pick that one and change this to reflected. Change that back to 100, and let's see what we can do with this one. Oh, we moved this, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. Let's put that back in the middle. Give this a bit of a... We gotta go a bit of a cold blue. Looks more like a bluish purple. You know what? I don't like that. Let's go back to how we had it. Now, I do have a few brushes. Let's create a new layer. We're gonna do snow on this. So that'll give us a bit of a foggy look. Okay, let's change how this brush looks. A bit of shape dynamics. Interesting, it says I'm still alive. But Tom Gerke is telling me that it froze. Anyway, let's keep going. Maybe it'll come back. Okay, let's do... I just grabbed a bunch of brushes from all over the place, and I'm gonna match them all. Tom Gerke, now I am. I'm watching the chat. Let me comment on here. Anyway, so let's go back to this. I'm going to just see... No, I don't like that. I don't even like that snow. Let's get rid of that. And you know what? That texture is actually a little rough. Which one am I doing? Greetings from? Let's do Storybrooke. I want this... I don't want this to be so big. Let's do... Oh yeah, see, that makes it even more rough. Let's go... I guess we want to make it bigger. You just want to play around with it. I mean, that's really all it takes. That looks like it's all pixelated, so let's not go that big. What happens if we do really small? That almost gives it like a frosted look. I kind of like that. Let's do that. Let's copy that to this one too. I really do like that frosted style look to it. Let's go 10. Nah, 10's too small. Let's go 40. Problem is at full size it's kind of hard to see. Let's double it and see how that does. Alright, back into the hundreds. No, we don't want that one to be that big. Hello. Looks like I'm gonna hold on a second. One sec, guys. I'm back now. Sorry about that. Let's do some frost. Let's see, what do I have here? You know what? I have some frost. And I also have some snow brushes. See, so these are good brushes to give your text a little bit of snow on there. Almost make it look like there's a bunch of snow pooling up on top of it or whatever. Just gotta do small bits. I'm gonna use my tablet for this. Let's make this a little smaller, see if that helps us. Also, another thing you can do is shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, hey, look at that! I got some stuff going on up in the top corner there. You know what? I'm going to restart this in just a second so I can show you a few other tricks. Give me just one sec.